Hello, welcome to my knitting diary. I've finished all of the pieces of my cardigan. So just as a reminder, I am knitting King Cole 4935. It's a DK weight cardigan and it's made up of different pieces. The yarn I'm using is the Fiesta by Drops and it's a DK sock yarn. It is 75% wool, 25% polyamide, recommended 4mm needles, and that is what I have been using. So as I said, it's made up in pieces and I've knit all the pieces. So I've got two arms, obviously. I have two front pieces and a back piece, and it's a raglan construction. So now I need to sew up the raglan. The instructions say join raglan seams. No other details than that, just join them, Tina, join them. So I'm going to join those as neatly as I can, and then I'll be on to the button band after that. So yeah, it's been a long time since I've knit something in pieces, so I'm a little nervous, but if it doesn't go right the first time, I'll just have to try again, won't I? So fingers crossed, and I'll see how I get on. I have seamed the raglan down here and down here. So it is dodgy seaming, but it's seamed. I didn't mind doing it, actually, it's okay. So yeah, it's starting to take shape now. So it's just, I attached, turn you around again. So I attached the front to the arm, and then the arm to the back, and then this side, and then the front, making sure I had the right pieces, because the fronts and the arms did look very similar. So now what I need to do now is do the neckband and then do the button band down, and then I need to seam the sleeves and down the sides, and then hopefully it's going to stretch a little bit, because that's what the yarn did originally, to be a nice size. But if it doesn't stretch to what the swatch was, then hopefully it should still fit, but just have 2 inches of positive ease. So yes, I'm on the home straight now with the cardigan, and yeah, excited to be able to wear it. So I shall carry on with that and see how I get on. I'm also knitting another one. This is King Cole pattern. It's 5746 and it's a cable cardigan. I'll try, and it's not easy to get that to focus with because it's white. So yes, I really love that cardigan, and so I wanted to do that one. It's in pieces once again. I am knitting it with Yarnsmiths Create, which is a double knit, and it is just an acrylic yarn. Thought I'd give this a go. It's the Wool Warehouse own brand, and I've never used this one before. And yes, I've enjoyed using it. It's nice and soft. It's got a little bit of fluffiness to it. So that's been knitting up nicely. So as I say, you knit it in pieces. So I'm just doing a big rectangle at the moment for the back, because I didn't know if you noticed, I didn't notice till I was knitting the pattern, that it's a drop, so you might be able to see it on the sweater better. It's a drop sleeve, so it's just a rectangle, and then so it just drops over your shoulder there. So I just need to keep knitting until I get to a certain point, and then I just need to put a marker in and then carry on further up. That marker's just to say where the armhole is. I don't know why you need to put a marker, because you just measure it so you can measure it afterwards, but there you go. I'll do as I'm told. So this is an easy cable to do. It's just a 6-row repeat. It doesn't mean to say that I haven't, well, I could have knitted this twice, this panel, how many times I've ripped it back. And the thing that just seems to just catch me out is when I'm watching TV and I'm doing the cable row, and because it's a plain, then a cable, then a plain, then a cable, you've got your purl stitches in between. I've just been carrying on knitting and missed one of the cables, so I've knitted like 3 and carried on, because I just haven't noticed, I haven't looked enough further down, and then I don't realise till I'm further up and then I see that I've got a longer gap. So yeah, I tried just dropping the stitches and rectifying it, but it just didn't look nice, so I really did have to pull it right back the whole of the row to sort it out. So yes, I've been going backwards as much as I've been going forwards on this, but it is a nice TV knit. It's got a nice rhythm to it, so I am enjoying it and I love the way it looks. So yeah, I'm really pleased with it. So I've got a long way to go. I'm probably only less than halfway actually up the back, so plenty more knitting to do on this one. But it's a nice one to do because I'm having to do different things on the green one. It's a nice companion to that, to knit on this, that I can just pick this up and carry on, and I know exactly what I'm doing and there's going to be no surprises. So that's the thing, watching telly when somebody else is watching something, you can't stop it halfway through, and the murderer is, yeah, can you stop it now because I need to read my instructions? But no, that's not going to happen. So yeah, this is the one I'm just knitting in the evening, and then the other one is the daytime one, so I can think about what I'm doing next. So yeah, that is where I am right now. Quite a few days have now passed, but I have finished sewing it up. So I did the raglan sleeves, and then I did the neck. It's in, you do the neck, then you do one side band, then the other side band, and then you sew up the sleeves and down the body. So it's all sewn up, not brilliant sewing up, but I like to think that the variegation of the yarn actually covers up some of the sewing up. So yeah, so I've got all the bands on and everything. I've weaved in my ends, so now it needs to block. So it's feeling snug on the arms, not too, there is room, but I would like more room. When I did a test swatch and I blocked it, I gained 2 stitches for every 4 inches. So I went down the size so that if it does actually stretch out in blocking, it won't be too big. The only thing I'm worried about at the moment is because the neck is quite a big neck anyway, I really don't want that to stretch out. So I'm going to be careful when I'm laying it out that I try and keep that neck, don't pull anything on the neck, to keep that as it is. So yes, I would like a bit more, it's be a little bit bigger, but if this is what it needs to be, then it is wearable, and perhaps I can stretch a little bit. But yeah, I'm going to take the measurement of what it is, like the sleeves, and then, because I would like another inch, so then I can smooth it out and hopefully get another inch out of the sleeve and things like that. So yes, I'm going to give it a little soak. It can lounge in a bath for a little bit and have a soak and decide on its life choices of what it wants to be. And yeah, fingers crossed, then I need to get some buttons because I haven't got any buttons yet. So I'm thinking of just a plain green because there's so much going on with the actual yarn that I don't think it needs jazzy buttons. So I'll turn around so you can look at the back. So as I say, it's not too small, it would do up. I don't usually wear cardigans done up. I usually more go for just one button, either at the top or sort of in the centre rather than all done up, especially not down at the bottom part. Being pear-shaped, it does always then sort of stretch out, it doesn't feel so comfortable, but yes, we shall see. I'm a little nervous, can you tell? I think everyone is. I think it's natural, isn't it? When you spent so much time working on something and then you're going to put it in for the soak and you're not 100% sure how it's going to come out because all the yarn acts a little bit differently. So, but I'm hopeful. I have got, and I take it this is because I originally bought enough yarn for the next size up. So I've got two 50-gram balls. So I am thinking what I'd like to do with these, once I know everything's all right and I don't want to add length to the sleeve or something with these. I'm thinking of, because it's a sock yarn, I'm thinking of making some shorty socks. There wouldn't be enough. I think it'd be a little bit, I think I'd need over 100 grams for a full pair of socks, but I'm thinking of shorty socks so I can wear them as slipper socks. We've got all hardwood floors in the house, so I'm thinking usually, well at the moment I'm in my sort of like boots. I've got sort of like furry boots I wear, but as the weather gets warmer, slipper socks will be good. So so yeah, I'm gonna have a go at those slipper socks. I think that would be nice and use up that extra, but I want to make sure I'm definitely happy with the cardigan before I start using that yarn. So that's what I'm going to do now. I'm not very happy with it. I don't know what to do. Let's start with the good points. I love the yarn. I love the sleeves because of the yarn. So that is going well. What I don't like is how big the neck is. And I don't know why it's so big. And I'm not very keen on the bands either, which makes me think perhaps I should have done a contrast, just a plain colour on the bands. This is a purely Tina thing, I know, because I don't like a lot of stuff going on. I like it makes my eyes go funny. So yeah, having like the two stripes down, and it's not so bad looking at it when it's closed. But I don't mind it on the sleeves. I'm happy with the sleeve because that just goes into one. It's a cleaner look, whereas I'm not so pleased with that. Yeah, it's mainly the fit because of the neck. I'll show you the back. So I don't really know what to do, but I've literally chopped half my head off. I've literally just come back from work and I'm tired and it's lunchtime. So I think what I'm going to do is, because I'm going over my mum's this afternoon, she's an experienced knitter and she's a seamstress. She was a trained seamstress. So I'm going to take it over to my mum, show her and say, help me. But yeah, I'm thinking like what am I going to wear under it, and because I like the yarn, should I just rip it back and do a sweater instead? I don't know. What do you think? I like it, but then there's something, this bit, I'm not liking. Maybe it's got some buttons on, plain buttons. Maybe that would help. Maybe I should wait until I've got some buttons. I don't know. But this is where we are. But yeah, I need food. Put my feet up for half an hour and think about it this afternoon. Well, it's 24 hours later and I have more questions than answers concerning the cardigan. So yes, I'm still not happy with it. It is still in the naughty corner. I'm still undecided about what to do with it. So I thought, right, I'm just going to press pause on that and I've put it on my little mannequin so that I can just be aware of it and just think about how I want to move forward with it. Am I going to wear it? Should I rip it back completely? Should I alter it? So those are the questions that I haven't got answers for at the moment. So yeah, it's just going to stay in the naughty corner for the moment. So I turned my attention back to my other cardigan and I realised this one, the cabled one, and I realised that I really like cardigans. I like seeing other people in cardigans, but I don't wear many cardigans. So I'm thinking, why am I knitting all these cardigans when I don't actually wear them? I prefer to just grab something and put it on and don't have to think about it, whereas a cardigan, you have to think more what's going on underneath. So then I was thinking, because I'm knitting the back, it's in pieces, and you start off knitting the back the same as the front. So this is where I have marked for my armhole. It's a drop shoulder. Sorry if I'm repeating myself in this video. So it's drop shoulder, so it's just straight up. So I'm thinking, should I carry on, trying not to poke myself in the eye of the needle, should I carry on and with this being a cardigan, or should I swap and make it the sweater instead? Am I going to wear it more as a sweater rather than the cardigan? So that's going through my mind. So I need to make up my mind on that before I get further up. I think I've probably got about 10 centimetres to go before you start doing something different with it. So yeah, should it be the sweater, jumper? If you've been around for a while, you know what my style is. So would you expect me to wear the jumper more? I was going to knit the jumper as well. I do like the jumper, but I was going to do it in blue. Or should I do the cardigan? I really like the way the cardigan looks, but is that who I want to be? And is the jumper who I am? So yes, I don't know, but I definitely want to finish that in one orientation or the other, but I think I am leaning towards a sweater because I'm a sweater girl. I like the sweaters, throw it on. So last night I thought, right, that's it, because I made a swatch. I've got my swatch, here's my swatch. I've also got, in that Fiesta yarn, I've also got the watermelon colourway. So I thought I'd do a swatch. A couple of days ago I did the swatch ready because I knew I was finishing the other cardigan. And yeah, I really like how that comes out. It's like stripes, but they're short stripes. Oh, if you got pink, the blue, there's a bit of like lilac-y colour as well. So yes, I thought that is going to be a nice summer sweater for the UK temperatures. But I thought because it is summer, then perhaps I should do it on a more of an open knit, doing larger needles so it is more breathable and just lighter for that time of year. So I did a test on 5mm needles, thinking I would do the toaster tee. I've knit this before as a tee, but I've got enough. I want to do long sleeves for it. So that's toaster tee by Cray Bear, Rebecca Clow. So yeah, I want to do it long sleeved. So I made a start last night. So I started off, and I don't like the open gauge. I realised that also, I mean, why don't I know these things about myself? I just think the stitches look more messy and I like smaller stitches. And so where it comes with the increases, I thought actually I would be happier if I used this, the 4mm. I really like how the Fiesta yarn knits up on a 4mm. It makes a really nice fabric. The stitches look nice and even, and yeah, I'm thinking just go over 4mm. So I think I'm going to rip this out as well, and yeah, do a different pattern. But it only needs to be plain because there's so much going on, because it's similar to that one but in a lighter colour. So if there was a pattern or anything, it would just get lost. It's all about the colour with this yarn. So yeah, I don't know what I'm going to do with that, so I need to decide on that as well. So this video has not turned out to be the video I thought I was going to make. I thought I was going to make, the end of this video is going to be me do my little look at my cardigan, isn't it cute? No. But that is the thing with knitting, isn't it? But I'm a process knitter. I love the process of knitting, but I also doing it for the product. So I want to be happy with the product. And that's what motivates me to keep working on the same thing as well. So I need to want to wear what the finished article is. So I need to come up with, be realistic, think about what I wear, what I enjoy wearing, and stick with that, and yeah, not veer away from that, because it means I'm not going to wear them. And everyone's had knits in the past that we make and then they don't see the light of day, or wear it a couple of times and never really feel comfortable. Even if it's comfortable physically, sometimes it can feel uncomfortable because it's not who I am, so I don't feel like it's me. So yes, things to consider when knitting, isn't it? That's the trouble, that if you buy something from a shop, then you can instantly put it on and think, yes, it's me, no, it's not. Whereas when you're knitting, you have to do a bit of guesswork as well. So tried and tested patterns are good. And I know that the toaster, I've always not liked the open gauge as much as a tighter gauge, which is just a personal preference. Like I say, it's like at the cardigans, I like things on other people, but when it comes to me, I've got my own little quirks that make life so much more interesting. So yes, I think I'm going to finish the video here. I think we've both suffered enough, and I don't want to put a damper on your knitting, so I hope you are enjoying what you're knitting on. And I will be, well, I am enjoying knitting on this. This is a pleasure. I actually saw Michelle from All You Knitters Love, and she is knitting this cardigan. She's nearly finished. She's been knitting it for over a year, I think, just because she gets other things she's been knitting instead. But she's trying to finish knitting it for a holiday, and she's doing it in the cream as well. So I'm really interested to see her finish it. I'll link her channel down below. So I'm really interested to see her finishing it and how hers turns out. But yeah, she made the same mistake as I was making. We're missing one of the turns on one of it, but unfortunately she did it once and it was on the sleeve and she didn't notice until she'd finished it. So yeah, that made me feel better. That's why it's good to share the downs as well as the ups, because it makes you realise that everyone's making mistakes, everyone's going through different things, but it brings us pleasure, so we just carry on until we're on a high again. I'm sure I'll have another high soon. But yeah, this is bringing me pleasure, so I'm going to carry on with this, make up my mind. I think I'm leaning into the sweater version now, but I do really love that cardigan. Let me know down below what you think I should do. But yes, I need to think of what else I'm going to do with this yarn, because I'm loving the colourway and it's just a really nice, happy, bright colour that I want for the warmer weather. Well, the summer weather when it's not warm, put it that way. So I shall finish rambling now. Have a lovely weekend and I shall see you again in the next video diary. Who knows what will be on the needles? We shall see. Take care. Bye for now.